it like rocket fuel.
Coach, thank you much. EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Philadelphia Eagles and the Los Angeles Rams. The shadow's starting to get a bit longer. Week 10 of the NFL season is here, and we're underway on EA Sports. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
The Rams take over first and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
We go tonight. 20.
Watch the back.
Ric Flair.
Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
From the 25 on second down, Goff. Flushed out right. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line.
And let's face it, that what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed and the agility, so good with run after catch. I'm only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact and he'll go deep.
Check. 59.
Now a first down throw. Gone. And he's got it. That's Kupp for a Ram touchdown. Cooper Kupp, his first touchdown on the year. And the Rams take it right down and score on the opening drive. Hauschka adds the extra point. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line. From the gun, it's Wentz. And Sanders has got it complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6. From the 26, they'll line up on 2nd and 4.
2nd and 4 at the 26-yard line.
Solid.
Right here.
Miles Sanders' first carry of the game. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
From the gun on third down, Wentz. He's going to float this one deep right into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick, and his guys are going to take over at the 39-yard line.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
They'll run. This is Darrell Henderson. He'll get about 3 as he's brought down right around the 42.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd and 7, Goff. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Fletcher Cox in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year. So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. To throw is gone. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Fletcher Cox, what a season he continues to have, his 15th sack of the campaign. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Now a nice throw here right side. He hauls it in. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 22 yards there, a 1st down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
46 down, man, 5-4.
Shotgun now for Wentz. He'll hit Jackson, complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Wentz now to throw. He'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. That's caught by Jackson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Deshaun Jackson, his 3rd touchdown now on the year as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They run. It's Gurley. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing him further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Back to throw, Goff. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They start on the ground here at Sanders. And some room to work. And they finally get him down, but not before he reaches the 34. A big play there for Philly. 47 yards on the ground. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. And to give this time to the tailback. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. The excellent play last time is followed by a much more routine gain of 3.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the Rams' 31-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Here we go.
To throw is Wentz. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line.
This interception will go on the record of the quarterback, but as a receiver, you've got to understand where you are in the field. Middle portion, you know it's going to come in hot. Square your body to the quarterback and be ready to make the catch.
After the interception, here's Goff. And he'll find his target, Woods. It's complete. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
17.
Now Goff. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1.
Watch QB drop. Value 3, value 3. You draw quarters. Kill, turn up. What's that?
From the gun, here's Gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Defense was thinking run, and they're dealt a pass of just under 20 yards.
Louis. Hey, Delta. 57 to Mike.
Now Goff on first down. He's letting it fly for Cooks. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Brandon Cooks with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions in the first quarter of a really big game we were playing.
Johnny Unitas?
And no, not quite of that level and not of that age. But I remember
I was going for the age.
I remember looking over at him, and he was smiling. And I thought, what is he smiling about? It's because he had enough confidence in himself that was a fluke. And he went out and played pretty well the rest of the day.
That one covers 29 yards, first down.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
Aaron Donald on the stop. A 7-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half, as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. From the 35 on second down, Wentz. Catch is made by Arcega-Whiteside. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Throwing on first is Wentz. It's caught by Sanders. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
at the 12-yard line.
Man, 5-7.
Got you, boy.
Looking to throw again on second down. Wentz buying time to his left. It's caught by Aguilar. And here he'll get it down to the 7. That catch good for 5. It's third down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
2 yards on the pickup there. It's fourth down. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on fourth down. This a fairly straightforward 22-yard short attempt. And it bangs off the right upright, no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So that's one you almost never see at this level. A wobbler from very short range, and it winds up no good.
All right, Brandon, if he slipped or someone got a hand on it, then I could understand it, but it's almost like you heard a whistle or something that stopped his swing. A very strange result, especially for an NFL kicker.
An opening there on that first down run as he gets this forward for about 8 or 9. That looks to be 8 officially, so 2nd and 2. Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. Here's Gong. Going up top. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. But how will the head coach and his staff approach halftime? Will it be angry? Will it be clinical? Will they be calm? Will they just let it all out? Who knows? I'd love to be a fly on the wall for this one, though.
A final shot before half for Wentz. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we come upon halftime here in Southern California with the Rams on top. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz. And his throw here's incomplete. J.J. Arcega-Whiteside, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd down.
And we just saw another example. These cornerbacks have played tight coverage all game long. Might start wanting to think about a few double, triple move routes to try and shake their guys free.
You're right, they have had no room to breathe. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
82.
Working from the gun, Wentz. And down he goes on the pressure from the Rams defense. Aaron Donald make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
Wow, evasive.
Make a miss.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Now, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Check out route.
Now Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams tack on to their advantage. Hauschka now for the extra point. And the lead is up to 18 now. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Now a handoff looking right. Give him 6 yards on the carry. It's going to be 3rd and 3 now.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 12 yards is the pickup. Good for an Eagle 1st down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Go. 120. Bandit. Here, sit. Hey, kill.
Check 59. Mike is 59.
Right back to Sanders on 1st down. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
Watch the screen. Pass.
Listen.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the 2nd level.
The Rams calling on their nickel set here defensively for 3rd down.
6-5-7. Lefty.
Watch the slant. On your team.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the 1st down. It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now.
It's now 4th down.
The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be out of bounds, and how good was that? They'll say the 3-yard line. That's where they spot it.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb. They try and run on 1st down, but to no avail. Tackled for a 2-yard loss in the backfield. A loss of 2 there, second down.
I'm getting the sense that Fletcher Cox is making offensive linemen want to take the week off when they have to play against him.
It's a regular routine for him, isn't it?
It really is. That play there, that's him all day long. Good luck trying to block him.
And oh, it's a safety. Goff got buried in the end zone. He couldn't get rid of it. And, Charles, at some point, you can't keep worrying about big play. Can this be perfect? You just have to get the ball out of the end zone.
And in the offensive huddle, that was discussed when they called the play. Just get out of the end zone. But you know what's interesting? A lot of the times in the defensive huddle, they actually call a set and then say at the end of it, get a safety. So it's preached, it's coached, it's thought about.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a game.
And the Rams got it. They bring him down. Dante Fowler able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Now, we talk about players blitzing all the time. I often laugh and sometimes call it just straight-ahead pursuit. What a running start right back to the backfield for him.
Yeah, it really didn't give anybody a chance to get up there and stop it.
No, I mean, that's really, really difficult. You're asking a whole lot anyway, but when he gets that kind of a start and comes so clean, oftentimes the advantage definitely goes to the defensive player.
Here we go. Hey, Steve 6. Steve 6. Sunday.
The Eagles indeed snap it. Wins. And he's going to go down again. Samson Abuka. And now the football's going to go over, already being placed at the 15-yard line.
Come on. 180.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey, you don't want to see me.
On first down, it's Gurley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Here's Goff. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 15 yards on the play, first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put...
And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Snags it for the pick. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20. And he'll score. Touchdown, Eagles. Well, don't change that channel just yet. This one may have gotten a bit more interesting.
Put down the remote, put down the clicker. This one looked like it was over. It looked like they were ready to seal the deal. But in doing so, by pitching it around a little bit, it cost them. We could have a great...
And this is going to be intercepted. Sean Davis with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
So the loss of a yard, and now 2nd and 11 from the 24-yard line. Another carry now for Gurley. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Fletcher Cox there for the tackle.
Hey,
watch the slant.
Throwing on 3rd. Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. Fletcher Cox, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Here's Jackson to return. "21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10.
At their own 46-yard line.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on 4th, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold
But he
up.
trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it, be aggressive, because I've got the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own sideline.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. It's a first down on a gain of 10. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Throwing his Wentz. Open man is Arcega-Whiteside. And he's going to get this inside the 30. 10 yards there and an Eagle first down.
It's a gain of 10. First down, Eagles.
2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they search for a late score. Here's Wentz to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10 now from the 27. Back to throw. Wentz. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Aaron Donald in there to drop him as that clock continues to run. Eagles coming up here on a 3rd and long, so Wentz and company with some work to do after the sack. Wentz to throw. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Samson Abukum in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Wentz. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to get it back to a 1-score game. And I tell you what, he got it from 58. That had lots of leg behind it. So there is still time, a little over 50 seconds to go, but this becomes a critical onside kick. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. The Eagles will take their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. On third down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he got blown up, losing yardage on the play back at the 44. They were ahead of schedule after the gain of 7 on first down, but the defense does not budge on second and third.
What? 20.
54. Man out, man out, man out, man out.
What's that?
Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. I got one, I got one, I got one.
So the L.A. Rams with a victory here, and it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises, really both sides did, but they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got